And now, 2K Sports brings you Thursday night in the NBA. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us courtside. A moment here to see the numbers for Tyrese Halliburton.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
Now let's check out the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Williams, Nicholas Claxton out there with Trendon Watford. Then it's D'Angelo Russell, and it's Johnson in at the 2-guard position. And for the Pacers, Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Nesmith in at the 3. Well, Grant, we're deep into the season now. For teams who will miss the playoffs, where are their heads at, you think?
Well, B.A., first of all, it's a chance for some of the others to show out. Their focus should be on finishing strong. And realistically, you start planning for the offseason. But there are still games left to play. And one move ahead of the defense, a solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Now here's Halliburton. Here's Nembhard. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Yeah, looking like a veteran running the screen and roll, Halliburton understands how to break down defenses.
Russell against Halliburton. Screen by Claxton. And Turner with the block. And they're able to recover. Watford outside. Pass to Claxton. Clock at 4. From downtown. It's rebounded by Indiana.
He's got to be mad at himself. You won't get a better look than that.
Nesmith with it. Working on Williams. And the basket by Halliburton.
And this is how competitive Halliburton is. Doesn't allow some contact to distract him from scoring.
Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
Soft touch, Russell from range.
Outside Nesmith. Right wing. Siakam, right side. The teardrop, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Ooh, cooking it up down low, it's Spicy P.
Halliburton against Russell. Pass to Williams. Screen by Claxton, inside. And Claxton throws it down.
And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, he caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim. Halliburton on the wing. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one on Russell.
I mean, he can do it all. Shoot, facilitate. Great skills for the young Halliburton.
These are his first free throws of the game. Free throw good. Halliburton. The Nets haven't been to the conference finals since 2003. Richard, can you name someone on that team?
There was a 22-year-old dude named, I think it was Richard Jefferson, but most people have never heard of him. But seriously, the Nets have had some great players over the last 20 years. They just haven't had that same team success.
And both free throws good for Halliburton.
Now, he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And a moment to check and see who is in the lead when it comes to blocks. Fourth, Miles Turner.
He always makes an impact with his shot blocking. He's a constant presence around the rim.
About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Outside Johnson. Pass to Claxton. Now here's Williams. Fires from deep. The rebound by Turner. To the middle. Here's Nembhard. Rebounded by Johnson.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Outside Johnson. Johnson a screen on Siakam. And the Nets miss again.
Hey, look, I'm not going to lie here. That's a shot that he needs to be making. There are no excuses.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Indiana shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And the first one at the line is good. Mathurin's checked in for Halliburton. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And the Nets, one of a handful of franchises to have never won an NBA title, RJ.
I was fortunate to be on those Nets finals teams in 2002 and 2003. The combination of Durant, Harden, and Irving was supposed to end that drought and save this Nets franchise, but it was not to be.
Johnson with a bucket.
This is why you always have to chase guys off the arc, because everyone has a three-point shot now.
Mathurin with the ball. Claxton picks him up. Mathurin passes to Nembhard. Back to Mathurin. Here's the pick. Just 5 on the clock. Over Claxton. Rebounded by Johnson. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Last time they met in Brooklyn.
Last time, free throw shooting was their kryptonite. Just could not keep pace.
Pass to Claxton. Williams up top. Nesmith covering. Williams misses. The Pacers have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And it's in there.
And put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Now here's Nembhard. Turned in an outstanding game against Dallas. Turner, no good.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Williams finds Russell. Claxton a screen on Mathurin. The 3 from Russell. Fires in the triple. Russell's got 6.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Nembhard outside. Pass to Mathurin. Turner with it. Here's Siakam. Covered by Johnson. Shot to stop the run. Johnson with the defensive effort. And that does it for the first quarter. Brooklyn out in front, up by 5. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Nets.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
Pacers trail by 5. On the court right now, second quarter for the Nets. Trendon Watford is out there with Sharp. And it's Wilson in at the 3 slot. Now here's McConnell. Halliburton for 3. Wilson grabs the board. He's marked by McConnell. Sharp, a screen on McConnell. Clock at 6. Lets a floater go, and he lays it in.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
Now here's Halliburton. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. Toppin shot is off. Nets leading by 7. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Pacers love to push it up. Tyrese Halliburton said it's our biggest strength. Teams don't want to run with us. They know when you play us, have your track shoes ready, especially if you're coming off of a back-to-back or you have a packed schedule. You do not want to see us. Brian, they have their identity.
No doubt about that, and it starts with him. Pass to Mathurin. That one's good. On the assist from McConnell. Mathurin's got his first bucket in this one. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, do you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
The Pacers making a switch here. Bryant's checked in. Martin, he's checked in for Brooklyn. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Pass to Watford. Over Toppin. Here's Wilson. Watford the pass to Martin. They get it back. Sharp. And he goes in for the dunk.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
With the floater, it's tipped. They get it back. Nails it from beyond the arc. McConnell's got his first 3 points of the game.
Not the best three-point shooter in the league, but he's got enough skill that you can't just let him fire it up.
Sharp, a screen on Mathurin to the inside. And Toppin pulls it down. Pacers trail by 6. McConnell outside. Now here's Halliburton. Tightly guarded. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Halliburton's got 6 points.
They're creating space on his own. Halliburton with a sweet move to create enough daylight for the bucket.
Martin, the pass to Watford. And a miss there on the triple. Indiana's gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Inside. Pass to Mathurin. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And let's have a look at the teams who have racked up the most fast break points using real stats, real scores from the real NBA. 5th on the list, Indiana.
Any chance this team gets to run, they take. A quick, athletic team on the break.
Some changes for Indiana. Miles Turner comes in for Bryant. And it's Nembhard in for McConnell. Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Martin, the pass to Wilson. Sharp, a screen on Mathurin. Down low. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can threat him with the lead pass. Well done.
Now here's Nembhard. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Halliburton for 3. Oh! Oh, Halliburton deadly from deep.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively, and their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout, and we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Attention fans, now on the court is your hype squad. Get loud, let them hear it. T-shirt
Siakam, he's checked in for Indiana. Nesmith comes in for Halliburton. Williams passes to Russell. For three. Indiana with a rebound. They come into this one having outplayed the Mavericks last time out.
Talk about strong offensive production. They went out, played to their strengths, and were successful as a result.
And no team is going to shoot 50% every night, but this team has the right approach. When the shots are falling, they can light it up.
Watford gets the bucket. 1:31 left to play in the first half. And one thing that Siakam has always had a knack for, Grant, cutting to the rim and finishing plays.
Yeah, he plays so well when he has space to move. It's just great off the ball, and that fits with any team. His ability to convert at the rim makes his cuts that much better. And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the three ball.
Outside Johnson. Russell deciding where to go with it. To the paint. Here's Claxton. Shoots over Turner. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line. And how about Nick Claxton? You'd be hard-pressed to find a more versatile defender.
He's come so far in that area since he came into the league. He's become an elite defender. There isn't a position on the floor he can't guard.
No good on that one. He hits the second from the line. 50 seconds left in the first half. On the wing, Nembhard, guarded by Russell. And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got two shots coming up.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. The first free throw is good. McConnell, he's checked in for Indiana. Both good from the line that time. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
Outside, Williams. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Pass to Turner. Here's Nembhard. Sinks the tray. Nembhard's got his third basket on the night right there.
Good find there by Turner. He sees an opening and swiftly feeds the ready shooter.
Russell with the ball. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Free throw is good from Russell. And And both free throws good for Russell. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Nets out in front, leading by 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race. Hey, fellows, I'm just wondering your thoughts on how these teams stack up.
Well, I'm a big fan of stacking things. Title rings, onion rings, cash rings, ring cameras.
One of these things is not like the others.
I agree. Onion rings are the only thing that satisfy my shack-a-type. Hey, you got any onion rings in the back?
Somehow it always comes back to food. Moving on, D'Angelo Russell was tremendous in the first half.
At times it seems like he just can't miss. I mean, he is rolling offensively and bringing his team back single-handedly.
High-efficiency offense, just like Shaq, not including the free throw line.
I'm insulted, Ernie.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Boy, you got to like what Tyrese Haliburton has done in this game.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
And so it's Haliburton with it. He brings it up for Indiana. They trail by 3. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Haliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. And it's Nesmith in at the small forward position. That's the group for Rick Carlisle, getting going here in the second half. Now here's Russell. Hits a three-pointer. Russell's got 11 points.
A volume 3-point shooter. The coaching staff encourages Russell to fire away.
Siakam outside. Indiana shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game. And he makes the first.
Yeah, shooting more free throws as his career has gone on. Siakam wants to get that percentage up.
That one misses.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
The shot by Johnson, no good. Pacers trail by 5. Pass to Siakam. Jacks up a 3. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Now Watford. He's covered by Siakam. Outside, Williams. 6 to shoot. And here's Russell. The rebound by Nesmith. Indiana's gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Miles Turner, the 11th pick by the Pacers in 2015 for much of his career with the team. He's endured the trade rumors. He said, I've still got PTSD from that, but I wanted to be here in Indy. And last season, a renegotiation of his contract, giving him an extension and a raise. Brian, he is locked in as their starting center.
Yeah, it would appear so, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Johnson, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. Pass to Watford. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Aaron Nesmith picks one up. Brooklyn shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. And he drops the first. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Trying to get it going. Only 1 for 5 to start the second half.
Nesmith passes to Turner. Nembhard with it, covered by Johnson. Halliburton against Russell. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And here's Siakam for 3. They get it again. Here's Turner. Here's Nembhard. Oh, 3 chances on that possession, but they just can't find a way to score. Williams passes to Claxton. Out of bounds. It'll be Indiana's ball. And a moment now to check the leaderboard and see which point guards have been money from the charity stripe since the All-Star break. 5th is Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah, when this group goes to the line, odds are they're sinking their shots. As a result, the defense really has to question whether they can be as aggressive as they'd like to be.
Yeah, as a defender, you gotta avoid being too active with your hands around these guys. Don't commit any cheap fouls.
Matherin's checked in for Nesmith. Back to Nembhard. Russell against Halliburton. Look at Halliburton converting through contact.
And I appreciate how confident Halliburton is. For a guard, he handles himself well and deep.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. For Brooklyn, Wilson's checked in for Williams, and Lewis is subbed in for Russell. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Wilson. He's covered by Matherin. 6 on the shot clock. The shot by Johnson, no good. Pacers trail by 4. Now Nembhard. He's got 9. Pass to Siakam. From 20 feet. Claxton with a rebound.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Here's Lewis. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. And the Nets lead by 6. Here's Matherin. A valuable part of their offense, averaging a little more than 16 a game. Halliburton outside. We've got 1:28 left in the third quarter. Siakam for 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Now here's Johnson. Pass to Claxton. Here's Wilson. He's covered by Matherin. Here's Wilson. Over Matherin. The rebound by Nembhard.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
And here's Matherin. Shoots over Johnson. No good. A bit long that time. Nets leading by 6. Inside. Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. And they're pushing it up. Three-pointer, Halliburton. Knocks down a corner 3. Halliburton.
Almost like he was sneaking out to the corner. Halliburton is not someone you can lose.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Siakam against Sharp. Siakam outside. Toppin, a screen on Sharp. And here's Siakam for three. Drains the triple. Siakam's got 4 points in the quarter.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
It's a tie game in Indiana. Don't go anywhere. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
He does do a great job steering the ship for them out there and keeping the offense clicking.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for the Nets as we get the fourth quarter going. Sharp out there with Johnson. And it's Martin in at the point guard position. Indiana's gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. Three-pointer, Halliburton. Brooklyn pulls it in. Sharp's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Wilson. He's covered by Mathurin. Johnson passes to Lewis to the middle. Halliburton comes to help. Sharp banked it in off the glass. And the Nets lead by 2.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Pass to Halliburton. Martin against McConnell. Back to Halliburton to take the lead. And it's Mathurin missing. Well, the Nets shooting at a decent clip. 45% for the game. Johnson against Walker. Outside Johnson. Pass to Sharp to the right side. Outside Johnson. A little mid-range shot is up. Sharp, no good.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Now here's McConnell. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Here's Lewis. Pass to Wilson. Now here's Martin. He's covered by Mathurin. Here's Wilson. Lets it go from deep. He buries it from 3. Wilson's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Halliburton. Now here's McConnell. Walker, a screen on Martin. McConnell passes to Walker. That one falls. Walker's gotten his first bucket of the night.
And such a strong guy. Walker could live in the paint.
Johnson passes to Martin. Johnson with it, and it's McConnell picking him up. Outside Sharp. Here's Lewis. And it's off from three-point range.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Pass to McConnell. Halliburton looking over the floor. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
The defense is a little rough with Halliburton, so credit to him for committing to his selection.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Nets?
Look, they're getting good looks inside. It's been a point of emphasis all night long, but I love this hard-nosed attitude of this team.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is shooting from long distance. All game long, they've been finding openings at the perimeter.
A full line change here for Brooklyn. And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. In the huddle, he reminded them, quote, "This would be a huge statement if we can finish this off, but we have to stay focused until that final buzzer. It would be a big upset, but they can hold on, guys."
Allie, thank you. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. The Pacers have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Here's Siakam, and that misses. That would have put him up. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Nets. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Here's Claxton, and the shot is good off the backboard. And the Nets lead by 3.
He's got a knack for those putbacks, so you have to be aware of that defensively. Get a body on him.
Siakam, pass to Nesmith. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Siakam.
And the evolution of Siakam continues. Seeing him make great passes like this proves he's only getting better. Ooh, scary thought.
Indiana has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Outside Nesmith. Misses the 3.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Excellent D there from Siakam. And they're set to take control of this game.
It's crucial that they convert here.
Nembhard, the pass to Turner. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter of this one. So they take the lead. Halliburton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I-C-E, ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Now here's Russell. Money. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within 1.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play, coming through when it matters most.
Siakam with it. Watford covering. Siakam, the pass to Turner. Money!
And great to see Turner rising to the occasion and finding the clutch bucket.
34 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Outside Russell. Indiana with a rebound. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
It's great to see a fantastic block on replay once again.
What a powerful rejection. He's not wanting them to get an advantage in this competitive game.
And here are the Pacers now. And that's an intentional foul. He gets the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Gets them to fall, and those are huge free throws. It's now a 2-possession game.
Timeout called. Brooklyn. 20 seconds left in the game. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
And they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
Right side, Russell. Three-pointer. Siakam pulls down the board, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
Two shots. Pascal Siakam.
So the first one drops, and that increases the lead to 6. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. Johnson passes to Russell. The 3-ball. Doesn't go for him. And so the Pacers take the win. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thanks so much, guys. Well, Miles, a shootout in the first half. Were you happy with the effort overall tonight?
Yeah, no, the effort was great most of the night. I think that no team was playing defense in the beginning. So second half, I think we came out there and really established our defense, which we needed to do.
And you have to work on getting your team going earlier in the next matchup. Congrats on the win, though, tonight.
Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for being with us. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Tyrese Haliburton.